I'm showing my face again. What the fuck am I doing? All right, hi guys. My name is Infant War. Today, I want to talk about GNX, the new Kendrick Lamar album. It's so crazy. It's so good. It's wacky, wild, fun, and I feel like it's time to talk about it. It's time for me to put out like an actual music review type thing. And I mean, this album, it's particularly cool. Like it's one of the albums that this doesn't happen often, but it like grabbed me right away. It's not something I had to listen to a couple of times. It hit. I'm just gonna go through the songs one by one now and kind of talk about what they were particularly. First one is Whacked Out Murals here, and this song is fucking crazy. Siento aquí tu presencia la noche de anoche y nos ponemos a llorar. Wait. Yes. But basically, he's just talking about like after everything that he's done, he's kind of mad because somebody like messed up his mural, and he's like, "Oh, that make you guys go away, but me, I'm gonna stay here. Yeah, I'm gonna." But no, the entire song is just he's got a lot of good bars in there. Something about like a Lil Wayne diss. He was mad at Snoop Dogg for reposting Taylor Made, that kind of thing. But yeah, he's just kind of talking his shit. And he's saying that he's the only legend left because I guess like there aren't a lot of like big names that are pushing as many numbers as Kendrick is right now, or at least as polarizing as Kendrick is at the moment. I mean, I know Lil Wayne's still making music, but I'm not listening to it. So yeah, maybe that's just me though. Let's go to the next song. Oh yeah, squabble up, squabble up. But he's basically talking about how he was reincarnated and he was stargazing and yeah. And I also just realized you guys probably aren't gonna want to look at my face for like that long. So I'm going to just put something like right here. And maybe something over here. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Right there. Alright. But yeah. Squabble Up is kinda like a clean not clean version, but it's a lot more like digestible. They're not like us in a club setting. People bouncing around to like the song calling Drake a pedophile in the club is funny and all, but I mean, nobody wants to be thinking about the about pedophiles when they're jamming out, and that's essentially what the song is. It's just like not like us, but funny, cool banger. I liked it. Luther with SZA. This is a good song. The one thing I do want to say about this album is it has a good mix of a lot of different things going on. You know, he's got his ignorant tracks. He's also got his more introspective tracks. But he also has tracks like this, which are just kind of fun. He's like, if this world were mine. Hey, Roman normal Saturday, drop out. Yeah, that kind of stuff. It's a good little song, and you know, he has that kind of like nonchalant flow that he brings like sometimes, and it's pretty good. SZA was a great performance on this album, in this song and in the other song that she's in, the final song of the track. But I'll get into that later. What's the next one here? Man at the Garden. Man at the Garden was. It's a good song. It's definitely one of the more introspective ones on the album. It's just basically him talking about how he deserves everything. And there's a lot of narcissistic kind of like undertones to this album, which I mean, I mess with because to be in a position that you are in where you are like an artist that this many people look up to, yeah, it's going to make it so that you have to have kind of like an ego. You have to have an ego if you want to succeed in anything in life, really, because I mean, I don't know if this is the case for everybody, but like usually the biggest critic that we can encounter is ourselves, and we hold ourselves back more than anything else. So, not being arrogant per se, but being narcissistic in a way that propels yourself to do more might not be necessarily like a bad thing. And you know, you've seen this in a lot of music lately too. The two new Kanye albums, which are very controversial in their own right because of Kanye's views and everything he's been yapping about lately, but they had a lot of very narcissistic undertones about him being like on top, even though I don't know. I'm not gonna get into vultures right now, but I mean, it's seen in like Quadeca's stuff too lately. Let me see what other new albums have come out. There's been a lot of good music this year. Lil Yachty's been on his narcissistic shit too. I mean, it's just part of the game, though. You have to think that you're the best. You have to push it out there like you are the best because, I mean, to a lot of these people, they are, you know? And to a lot of other people, they are as well. But going on to Hey Now next, this is one of my favorite songs on the album. I like the. Let me see if I can play some here without getting demonetized. Well, I don't even need to worry about getting demonetized. I can't monetize my fucking videos anyway. I guess getting an ad strike, whatever. But yeah, Hey Now, it has like these little drips in the background. The boop 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 boop. It feels like a dark cave in like a retro video game where you're kind of like dungeon crawling or whatever. I love that. And it's also just a good track where it's like ignorant type shit going back and forth. It hits. Good song. Reincarnated, that's another more introspective one. He's kind of like talking about himself being reincarnated through the years as like different musicians who have had their own vices and whatnot. And it's kind of just he also does this thing where he kind of says that he is the devil and he rewrote the devil's story and that he keeps reincarnating as musicians to make his father God proud. It's an interesting song. I like it a lot. I haven't gone into it like at all, but I mean, I liked it. TV Off, that's probably like the biggest track on the album for me, besides maybe Hey Now, but TV Off, he's just such a banger. When he yells mustard, mustard, yeah, that kind of thing. And also when he just says turn his TV off, turn his TV off, turn his TV off, turn his TV off. Yeah, great song. Dodger Blue, it's a nice little track. I still don't know where Roddy Ricch is in this thing. I don't recognize his voice at all anywhere, but he's there, so he's there. Peekaboo, this is another one of my favorites. This, Hey Now, and TV Off are like the three most ignorant, like arrogant, kind of like bangers on the track, and I like them a lot. The Heart Part 6, I didn't enjoy as much, and it seems like most people didn't either, because it has the least plays on the album. Oh, wait, no. GNX does? Oh, that's crazy. Heart Part 6 is a really good song, though, more introspective, talking about his past, talking about what led him to this moment, you know, talking about the heart that he's put into it. And GNX is kind of like this kind of group effort between Kendrick and a bunch of people that I haven't heard of, but I'm guessing that they're like West Coast artists that are either signed to PG Lang or that he just knows. I'm pretty sure the only artist on here off the East Coast is SZA. But then again, I don't know anybody on here besides SZA and Roddy Ricch, so that's my fault, I guess. But the final song, Gloria, it's about his lovely wife. Well, they're not married yet, but his lovely um, fiance that he loves oh so very much, and how she is his inspiration for everything in life. And it's so sweet. It's actually a really good song, and I love it. There's not really a song on this album I'd say I don't like. I mean, the ones that I usually tend to skip because I've listened to this thing probably like 20 times over by now would be like Squabble Up I skip just because of how similar it is to Not Like Us. And I skip Man at the Garden just because you have to be in like a certain kind of vibe to listen to that song, you know? But with this whole album, I think the biggest thing is Kendrick showing that he's moving in a different direction from what he's been in the past with Talk Dog Entertainment. This is his first album since he left them and started PG Lang and did his own thing. And he's basically just saying how he wants to be that CEO. He wants to be like at the top. He wants to be known as like that motherfucker at the end of the day. And I like it a lot. It is a great switch from Mr. Morale, like kind of like a 180 in sorts from a, like the most introspective, like mental health focused piece in the world to like arrogant, honest shit. Yeah, I'm that guy, and I like it. I think it was a great move for him. I think that the entire album was enjoyable, extremely so. I listened to the whole thing front to back pretty much every time I listen to it, and as soon as I stop recording this video, I'm probably gonna go listen to it again because I'm still waiting for more new music. But 2024 has been an incredible year. There's been some great releases. There's been some mid releases. There's just been a lot of releases. And I haven't talked about nearly enough of them, but I really wanted to talk about this album. If you have anything that you want to add or talk to me about, just leave it down in the comments. Sorry about the video quality on this one with my face cam. I didn't have my separate camera to record it with, and I figured that this would be better than doing nothing. I will make sure that it's still an interesting video to watch. But yeah, I hope you guys all have a great day, and let me know what you think.